Merry Christmas. It's Barb Richards with the Senior Show, and this is our Christmas special. I'd like to welcome Dick here from Amica. Dick, how long have you lived here?
I've been about here 2.5 years.
Have you? Yeah, all right. And Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. You are a busy man, though. You're in here and you're on the residence council and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah. You find that really helps take up your time and that sort of thing. Gives you something to think about.
Definitely.
Yeah.
As I said before, it's better to be busy than bored.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's talk about Christmas. Is Christmas a happy time of the year for you?
Very.
Very happy?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me, when you were a child, did Christmas, well, let's talk about your family first, your childhood. How many people were in your family?
Well, there was myself, and I had 2 sisters younger than myself.
2 sisters younger than you, okay.
We lived in London, Ontario.
Oh, did you? Okay. Okay, and what was Christmas like at your house?
I have to say that I don't remember a lot about some of the Christmases, but I do remember one particular Christmas when I got a toy train, electric train.
Oh, yeah, that would be a big thing,
One of the old Lionel ones.
Well, the old Lionel, do you know how much they're worth today?
I bet they're worth immense.
Yeah, a lot of money, yeah.
My dad helped me to set up a system in the basement.
Yeah, on a big piece of plywood.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what everybody did, right?
Yep.
So exciting to have that happen. So you remember that, and did your excitement for Christmas start with maybe your family going out to get a Christmas tree? Did you do that?
I guess the Christmas tree would come first, yes.
Yeah. Were you part of that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
As long as I can remember, okay.
Yeah. Would you go out and cut one down, or would you buy one for the lot?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fun going out and cutting our own.
Yeah. There's nothing beats the smell of a Christmas tree,
You're right there.
It's Christmas, and I have, like everybody, has artificial trees now. What do you think of that?
Well, we have one ourselves, but with the small room that we have, it's about all there's room for.
Yeah, you have to fit in whatever you can,
that's right?
Yeah. I love Christmas trees, and I love the artificial ones too that are decorated very nice.
Well, they can be quite realistic, actually.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes you have to touch it to see if it's real or not.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you send out Christmas cards, or did you and your wife send out Christmas cards?
We have in the past sent out over 100. It's been cut back now to maybe 40 or so.
Really? That's still a lot of Christmas cards. You put a message in every one? And
try to.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like these Christmas letters that they don't seem very personal.
Yeah, I think the people who write the Christmas letters want you to know what happened with their family. It's like a newsletter. So when you were a child, when you were old enough to remember, do you remember the night before Christmas? Did you have trouble sleeping, or you were anxious for things?
There were a few times when I had trouble sleeping, yes, but eventually sleep came.
Yeah.
But we were up early in the morning.
Yeah. And did Mom and Dad get up early?
Oh, yes.
With you? Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. One lady told me that the other day that they had stockings at the end of their bed, so they were allowed to play with the stockings, but they couldn't go downstairs till Mom and Dad said.
We used to hang our stockings at the fireplace.
Yeah.
And then Santa Claus would bring them in and hang them at the base of the bed.
Oh, really? Oh, that's all right. That's pretty neat. So let's get back to Christmas dinner. It's always big time.
You're right.
Yeah. As a child, can you remember what would a typical menu be like?
Well, it was always turkey.
Turkey, yeah. Do you like turkey?
Oh, very much. It's my favorite food.
It's me. I love turkey too. Yeah, and
the stuffing, the cranberry sauce.
Did your mom make great stuffing?
I think so.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm prejudiced.
Yeah. And what was your favorite dessert?
She always made a Christmas pudding.
Okay.
Not really a plum pudding, but in a way, I guess.
More like a carrot pudding?
Yes, a carrot pudding. That's what it was
she
called.
Made. Yeah.
Yes.
It's not quite as sweet as a plum pudding.
No, but the hard sauce she made was really sweet.
Yeah, she'd make it with rum and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only kind to have with that. So as an adult then, what sort of traditions did you start with your family?
Well, we tried to follow much the same thing as I had when I was a child, because my wife had a very similar upbringing, and so we tried to bring our kids up the same way. We had 5 kids, all of whom did very well, by the way.
Yeah.
And we always had turkey and stuffing and it's everything, you know.
Well, yeah, if you grew up in the traditional sort of Canadian Christmas,
yes, that's right.
then you would do that. I know that some people from other countries and that, and they marry someone from Canada, then they try to get both traditions in there. And
I know
it's
there are
tough
lots of other,
sometimes.
there are lots of other traditions. Yes.
Yeah, lots of other things that you can do. Do you help make Christmas dinner?
Always.
All right, what's your role?
Putting the stuffing.
Make the stuffing? Do you make the stuffing?
Yes, we made the stuffing
What do you put in your
from
stuffing?
scratch. Sorry?
What do you put in your stuffing?
Oh, well, of
You
course,
remember?
breadcrumbs to start with. Sage, savory. I can't remember all the different spices.
Yeah.
There's always had to be pepper, of course. Sometimes a little bit of fruit like raisins or cut up
that's
apple,
cranberries.
chopped apple.
Yeah, and that's always good. Always good to have lots of things in
That's
the
right.
stuffing.
I like to make extra stuffing so we could put it in a separate pan and bake it as well.
Oh,
So we had
for
lots
sure.
of stuffing.
Lots of stuffing. That's what my family liked, the stuffing. So it's been a really quick look at Christmases past for you, but I want to thank you very much for coming out and talking to us today, and I want to wish you and your family a wonderful Christmas.
I thank you very much,
Thank
and a
you.
Merry Christmas
Thank
to you,
you.
too.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
being a
inviting
great
me.
guest.
Right.
You're welcome. We're talking now to Bernie, and Bernie, you've lived here at Amica for a while,
Yeah,
right? And how long have you lived here?
it was 2 years last September.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're starting to celebrate the Christmas season here. Do you feel like Christmas has arrived here yet? Like the spirit of Christmas is here?
Yes, exactly.
What makes you feel that way?
Well, of course, the first thing really is the birth of Jesus, you
Yeah.
know that. And family and friends, and actually, Christmas music to me is just
You love Christmas
a
music?
wonderful thing.
Yeah. I think we all know some Christmas music, no matter how old you are or what denomination you are.
Exactly.
Everyone remembers some Christmas
I
things.
do. I remember so much. Actually, my father played a violin and my mother sang, and
Oh,
I can
neat.
remember as children just watching them. You know, it was such a joy. Yeah.
Yeah. And where did you grow up?
I grew up in a town called Elmira.
Oh, Elmira.
It's close to Kitchener.
Yeah, and you have a lot of Mennonite and Amish people around there, right?
Oh, yeah. Well,
So they sure go all out for baking for Christmas.
oh,
And,
they certainly do.
yeah, I often go down to the Kitchener Waterloo Market to
Oh,
do
do
my
you
Christmas
really?
baking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just pick it up there. They have it all ready for me. It's so wonderful to go through that market.
It
at
is.
both markets, the one that's in Jacobson, Elmira.
Yeah.
You would always feel like it was Christmas if you walked in there, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
And there's a lady made a cookbook, went to all the Mennonites,
yeah.
and had a cookbook, a lady from Kitchener.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
They have some great cookbooks that
Yeah.
they know how to entertain with food, don't
Yeah.
they? When you were a kid, what did you look forward to for Christmas dinner?
Oh, well, the turkey.
Yeah, everybody always says the turkey.
Oh, the tur-
I don't know very many people who don't like turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the turkey and
Yeah.
well, everything that went with it was
Was your mom a good cook?
absolutely.
Was she? Yeah, yeah. And what about you? When your family was
Oh,
growing
well.
up and you were the
Well,
cook?
with my children, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we always had Christmas dinner at our home.
Yeah.
With our 7 children, and
You have 7 children?
Yeah.
Well, you have a Christmas dinner right there, right?
Yeah.
You invite them all for dinner.
so
Yeah.
it was typically the same as my parents made. You
Yeah.
know, mostly, yeah.
Yeah. I think we do that. We carry on traditions and food that our
Yes.
families made or
That's right.
whatever.
Yes, you do.
What about Christmas morning as a child? When you were a child, what was it like?
Oh, well, got so excited, you know, and get
Yeah.
up and to look for our present under the tree.
What was your most favorite present of all time?
Well, you know, way back in those days, I may think, probably a doll. It was called Eaton's Beauty.
Oh,
Do you remember
I
that?
know that doll. Yep. Yeah, they're beautiful and they had ringlets and beautiful
Yes.
clothing. Did you get an Eaton's?
My sister and I each got a
Did you? An Eaton's Beauty? Oh,
doll.
wow.
I remember that so clearly,
Yeah.
really, yes.
Yeah. Well, they were beautiful dolls,
They
and it
were.
was quite a catch to get one for
Yes.
for Christmas. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think's your favorite recipe of all times? Then, while you were as a child, what was the most favorite dessert you looked forward to?
Oh my goodness, I have to think about that.
Did you have a lot of dessert at Christmas?
We had a lot of dessert.
Yeah. Was there
oh,
one
you
thing?
mean at Christmas?
Yeah.
Well, my mother used to bake a lot of Christmas cookies, you
Yeah.
know, like almond cookies and,
Yeah.
and things like that.
Did you lived in an Amish area or a Mennonite area?
no.
Did that transfer to some of the things that your mom made for Christmas?
No, not really.
Not really. No.
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 Okay. So you liked all her desserts that she
Oh,
made?
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about you when you had your Christmas dinner? What would the kids always say? Oh, Mom, please make this.
Yeah. Well, I had to make one kind of cookies for this one and some different kind of cookies and different kind of squares for somebody else.
Yeah. And how many
Well,
children did you say? 7?
7, yeah.
Yeah. They all want something different,
Something
don't they? Yeah. Yeah. But it's nice when Mom can make that. It
Yes.
makes you feel really special when they're enjoying it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, and I want to thank you for coming out and sharing some
Oh.
memories with us. We certainly could talk to you for an hour, but we only have a limited time with everyone.
Yeah.
But I want to wish you a Merry Christmas,
thank you
and
so
I want to thank you for enjoying your life here at Amica, because it is a wonderful place.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well, thank
have a
you.
great Christmas.
Okay.
You're
Same to
welcome.
you.
Thank you. Well, Joyce and Morris, welcome to the Senior Show, our Christmas special. I want to say to you, Merry Christmas. But Christmas, is it a special time for you? Is it
Yes.
a special time for you?
There-
What makes it special?
I guess we're going to get to see our 6 little grandchildren.
Oh, wow. And where do they
One of
live?
them we haven't saw before.
Oh, really? So where are they? Are they out they live far away, or?
They're not that far away, but they're not right in Barrie.
Yeah. All right. Newmarket. Okay. And the new little grandchild, you haven't seen that little grandchild yet?
No.
Okay. And how old is she now?
She's 2.
He's 2. Oh, wow. Then that'll be excitement, won't it? What's his name?
Lila. It's a little girl.
Little girl, Lila. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And have you felt the Christmas spirit yet? Here it is. It's Christmas.
I have.
You guess you have? Not quite so sure. When you were a child, what do you remember about Christmas and being a child and what you look forward to? What was Christmas to you?
Well, we didn't have a lot of money years ago, and I remember my mother made my doll a whole new outfit, 4 or 5 outfits.
Yeah.
And I was months before I realized that I didn't get a new doll, but it was my old doll all dressed up.
Yeah.
And that's all they could afford.
What about you? What did you look forward to?
At Christmas? See what Santa Claus was going to bring me.
Yeah. Does Christmas start for you when you were a child, when you went out to get the Christmas tree? Either one of you, did you go out to somewhere and chop down a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes,
Yeah, and you did?
Yeah, I went right to the bush.
Right to the bush. Was there one kind of tree that you picked over others?
A pine.
The pine, yeah, they sure smell nice, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, my dad went out and chopped down a tree, and
You
yeah,
would bring it home and
yeah,
And then
we wouldn't decorate it. Not too. My mother never decorated too early,
No.
because it was a real tree.
yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about Christmas dinner and all the things like that. As a child, what would you look forward to most?
My mother always made, of course, a Christmas cake. Sometimes.
Made her own Christmas cake?
Oh yes.
Light and dark?
Light and dark, and then she always made a Christmas pudding. Now my kids don't even want pudding.
I know. That's it. They have never tasted rum sauce then.
That's right.
Because it's almost the rum sauce. You just have to eat the pudding to get
Yes,
rum sauce.
yeah, that's right.
Right? But it's funny how they don't like Christmas cake either.
No.
And my husband loves mince pie, mincemeat pie and tarts. They're like, ugh. It's funny, how you grow up. Do you like mincemeat pie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you like Christmas cake?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, see? It's just a different generation and different things.
Pudding, too. I love the Christmas pudding.
Oh, yeah.
With sauce.
With sauce. It has to come with sauce. So what would you like to say to people who are watching today? What would you like to say to your family or to your people who are out there about Christmas and remembering Christmas and that sort of thing?
I would like to say, remember the true meaning of Christmas.
Okay.
The Christ child and the church choirs and all that.
Did you go to church on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Oh, yes. Not Christmas Day, Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. There's something magical about going to church on Christmas Eve, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know, you can't describe it unless you've been there. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I always think it was, and do you like Christmas carols? You like Christmas carols? What's your favorite Christmas carol? Do you have one?
As a kid, Rudolph, of course.
Rudolph. Yeah.
Silent Night is my favorite.
Silent Night is your favorite?
Holy Night, yeah.
Yeah, you like that one. Well, I want to thank you for coming out and sharing some of your Christmas memories with us, and I want to wish you again a very Merry Christmas, and I bet you just can't wait to meet your granddaughter, and so how much fun that will be.
Yes.
But you'll have to put her down to make Christmas dinner, I guess, right? You'll be holding her all the rest of the time.
We'll have 6 little great-grandkids there.
6 great-grandchildren?
Yes.
That's impossible. Wow, you look too young for that. Yeah, anyway, I have a wonderful time with all your grandchildren and your family and just enjoy everything. Well, I now have with me Jackie. Jackie, welcome to the Senior Show, our Christmas special. When you were a child, how many people were in your family?
I had, there were 6 children.
Okay.
And my mom and dad.
And where were you in that?
Well, I was the third.
The third, okay. So what was Christmas like for you as a child?
Oh, Christmas was something I think we didn't have a lot of money, but I can remember being so excited. I wasn't very old, and my grandmother gave me, and I still remember, maybe I was 2, 2.5.
Wow.
I remember these pretty socks. And
isn't that so?
I mean, we didn't get gifts like the kids do now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But Santa always brought you something special.
Yeah.
But I do remember.
You remember those socks? They must have been warm and cozy. Yeah, for you to remember them. As a family, then, in your when you were a child, what was Christmas Day like and dinner? What was your favorite dinner?
My mom, all I can remember, probably she couldn't afford turkey, but we'd have chicken and all of the trimmings. And
did you grow up on a farm where you might have had chickens?
No, I was born and raised in Toronto.
Oh, were you? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you'd have chicken and all the...
But I also remember turkey.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. What was something that you looked forward to in that meal, that as a kid, as a young person? Was it the dessert or was it the...
Well, my problem is I like all food.
Do you? Yeah. What was your favorite dessert then?
Well, Mom made great bread pudding, but not necessarily at Christmas.
Yeah.
But I know one of the Friday night's dinner, you know, she'd be waiting for Dad's paycheck.
Yeah.
I can remember the best vegetable soup I've ever tasted.
Yeah, homemade vegetable soup and bread pudding. Who wouldn't like bread pudding?
That's right.
Right, if you make it right. There's lots of people make it different, but if it tastes good.
But Mom also at Christmas made lovely Christmas pudding.
Did she? Mm-hmm. Christmas pudding, her own recipe that she made. And yeah, I like the sauce the best.
Well,
the rum sauce, whatever, brown sugar sauce.
I doubt if there was rum in it.
Yeah, yeah. What, so then you had children of your own and you had 7 children?
4.
4 children. Okay. So what was it like at your house at Christmas then? You had your husband and you and
Well,
your children?
actually, as the kids were growing, we had Jerry, although he was a builder, we had a farm, so Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, they were all, I would have the crew, everybody, family and relatives, and I would be the one doing the cooking, and I loved it.
Did you? It's so nice to have family around, and they may just make Christmas special, doesn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. What do you think you're the best cook of? Your favorite recipe?
Oh my goodness.
That everybody always said, Grandma, make sure you make this, or Mom, make this. What would they say?
I can't say that I ever had any complaints.
Well, that's a good thing, right?
But I haven't done my own cooking now since Jerry's been gone, so
yeah,
5 years at least.
It's been a while. Okay. Well, you know what? I want to thank you for coming out and sharing some Christmas memories with us. It's wonderful to be here at Amica and to meet you and to talk about Christmases past. So,
well, we had a lot of fun at Christmas, and you know, the thing was, gifts weren't, it was being together with family.
Well, that's right. It's being together with family. You said it. So that's a good way to round up our visit.
Yes.
And I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. And I hope you have a wonderful day with all your family. Well, we have with me now, I have Laura Wright, and Laura is one of the people here that people that live here talk about when they say it's like having family and the staff are very welcoming. So Laura, what is your title?
I'm the Community Relations Director. I'm a CRD.
And so what does the Community Relations Director do?
Well, our role is to help people find a good fit in our community. So in initial meetings, we interview with families, and we just talk about Amica and the supports that we offer, and we help find them a new home.
Yeah, well, you called it the Amica community, and everyone who we've talked to this morning said that they love it here because they have a sense of community or family, or and one man mentioned you in particular. He said that Laura, she is wonderful to everyone.
Oh, that's really nice to hear.
Yeah, so he wanted me to say that. How do you make it special for people at Christmas in particular?
Well, what we do is we want to have a sense of family. We want people to feel nostalgia, so we put programs together where we include the residents sharing their stories. We offer opportunity for our residents to participate in some charity or volunteer work, so we do a lot through our own Helping Hands program.
You do a lot of community work, right?
We do, actually. This year, our Helping Hands at our community at Amica, we will be putting together 100 gift baskets, and all of a value of about $100.
Wow.
So it includes a blanket and a gift card and food and treats. But what it does is they get put together, and then for seniors that are living in the community that aren't receiving Christmas presents this year or that are on their own, we partner up with Senior Wish, and then they actually help distribute them out in the community to over 100 seniors. So
wow, that's a great outreach, and it's a great outreach because it's seniors who are caring about other seniors, and I'm sure they must feel really good about that.
They love it. So we actually have all the supplies for the residents and the baskets that come from our Amica organization at head office. They send all the supplies for the baskets, and then the residents spend a day or two putting the baskets together, tying the ribbon, and really personalizing them. So they do feel a sense of charity.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's all about. And you make special food here at Christmas or leading up to Christmas. What's on the menu? I always interested in what the food's going to be. So what's on the menu for leading up to Christmas and Christmas Day?
So we have different activities where we're going to offer different treats, home-baked cookies. We had an event the other day where they did put together centerpieces, Christmas centerpieces with the Berry Garden Club. And then we were serving eggnog and Christmas cookies to get into the spirit.
Eggnog.
Eggnog.
How wonderful that is.
And sometimes we'll hear things in the community, and then we'll go out of our way to make sure that we have a wish come true. And it could be a big wish or a small wish, but I overheard one of the ladies on the elevator tell me that, or telling another resident, that her favorite thing at Christmas is Christmas cake with the nuts and the raisins, the Christmas cake. So I thought, oh, that's an easy one. So we went to the chef and asked Rafi if he could bring in some Christmas cake, so to surprise this one resident. So we'll have Christmas goodies. We'll be serving turkey and Christmas dinner for the residents who decide to stay at Amica.
Could they invite their families in?
Absolutely. So we have several different rooms that we use for the residents for special parties. So they book them well in advance. So some of the families will be coming in and cooking their Christmas turkeys, or they'll be catered by a catering company, and and some of them will have us cater as well. But there's lots of food. Yes.
Wow, it is absolutely wonderful to see. I felt the Christmas spirit when I walked in here today, and I just want to thank you on behalf of all the people, every one of them who said how wonderful it is to be here. And I'm sure we interviewed everyone here, but you were mentioned several times, and that makes a big difference, you know, that you're doing that and you're reaching out to the community and you're doing charity and benefit things for other seniors. We really appreciate that. And we appreciate you being on the show today, and I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Barb.
Yeah.
I would just like to say on behalf of our Amica family, thank you for making us a part of this. When people come in the home, they often say that our residence has such a positive energy, and we really do. So it's not just the team, but it's the residents. We are a big family.
But it starts with the person they meet on the way in, and you're one of the ones they meet on the way in, and that's how they get that positive feeling. And speaking about a positive feeling, this has been a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, I guess a trip down memory lane. And I want to thank you for watching, and I want to thank Rogers for having a Christmas special. And this is Barb Richards, and we'll see you next time.